So again, taking a little extraordinary risk here, shorting an all-time high, just under 41. We're short right around 40. Unfortunately, I missed this crude oil trade. I was watching the Naz pretty intensely. Here's a crude oil short here at 30, coming down to 20. So 4 crude oil setups today there. I was completely off on another screen, absorbed in this NASDAQ here, but looking back, that was a nice crude oil trade there. And crude continues to slide. And we're watching this short on the Mini Nasdaq here, seeing if that thing can back off down towards 32 as a goal. Just need to see a little bit of profit taking come in here, seeing, second day of a big run up. See if they're ready to just do the normal thing here with all this divergence I'm seeing and just let them slide back down a little. So we're watching 38 quarter. It's the first level. 38 quarter breaking lower. Then we target 37. Then if 37 can crack, we got a real key number at 35 quarter. Moving under 35 quarter. Then the big challenge is there at around 33. 33 to 34. So let's see if we can break down at 8, get 7 out of the way without any radical snapbacks. And if so, then the path should be clear for a move down to 32 to 33. Getting 37 out of the way, just repeating 37, breaking 37 down on the lower side, and then knocking out 35 quarter. It's a tall order for what we're in here, and there could be another snapback just because, the late Johnny come lately dip buyers in this area thinking it's a good buy, but everything I've got here says that divergence is in and that there should be that swing back down to that 33 area. Let's see how it pans out here. Hey, take these crude oil trades. Even if I'm busy on the other, you got the crossover, you got matching dynamic trend bands, you got prices under the 2 filters. Just take the trade, That's why I have these charts up here so you can take it yourself. 31 right at the yellow dot entry on the sig line. The minute this arrow closes on this candle, the next pullback, the sig line, everything's set up. You go short. 30 dropped right down to 21, sprung back. You had to go through a little grind here, or you could have taken 8 ticks, but 30 dropped right down to 21. And like I said, a little spring back, but then you could have just held on and down they go. All right, trying to get rid of 38 quarter. Look at how they're stalling right at that number I gave you. Let's see if they can get rid of 38 quarter. But you see how they're stalling right at 38 quarter? That's that number I gave you. Let's see if they can crack 38 quarter. Get that 37 working lower. And hopefully no big spring back here, but kind of like hopefully that upside run up is temporarily done. Sometimes they have to go back up there and push it again. Wouldn't be very pleasant because that'd be up to 41, but I honestly think that they're ready to crack down lower. Everything I got here suggests that. So let's see if they can start letting them go here. Getting them cranked, move down under 37. Start feeling some pressure under 37. It might light up the downside because of people saying, oh my God, a triple stab at an all-time high. Just common sense. Let's take some profit. and we're hopefully going to be part of that profit taking here if they can crack 37 and there's a little pylon on the sell side. I sure hope so. Would love to see it, but they may. The nature of the beast here is that they may just find a dip support down there at 36 to 37 and try to re-ramp it back up to 41 to try to take out 42 or something like that. It's possible. But if we can indeed catch a swing trade that rolls them back under 34 down to 34 area and then maybe bust that by a little bit, we'll cover them up and it'll be a nice deal. That's the hope at this point. Look at that crude oil. Boy, that crude oil's wild today. Screaming higher, then getting hit lower. Look at that. Nice swings coming in. Good to see them. All right, this is a key level here. If we can start breaking down a little bit under 37, a spring back to 40 would not be a surprise at all. But if there is one, we want to kind of gauge how strong or weak it is. Ideally, it's weak, but the ideal thing is that they just take off under 37 from here and we start seeing a little profit taking. Usually at all-time highs, though, it's not quite that simple, but the setup's there, so it might be one of these kind of trades where we just have to wait for half an hour or so, and people start deciding that that's what they want to do is take some profits. Dow up 150, advanced decline line mildly up, not bad, but not really stupendous for such a big breakout, but definitely supportive of the move. Trends fine. Um, we're just watching to see if they're going to break down under 37 here. Not try to twist us a little bit. Might do that, but let's see what happens here. What's the rest of the world doing? Emerging markets up again. We've been long these emerging markets. Look up 1% on the EET in Brazil, still climbing. Unstoppable. Look at we got a little bit of a gain on our infrastructure stocks. Hold on. I was looking for that article. I still got to find that for you. That's when I saw the divergence setting up again. But it was astounding. I mean, it was so detailed. It had pictures of the plants and the things they're going to do. I mean, it's nationwide, and they got all the places identified, what they're going to do. Bridges that they showing rotted out bolts on the bridges, and they're going to show. It's quite an amazing article. So let's see if get a shift going here and push this thing down under 38 to start. Get rid of that 38 quarter and start getting some 37s in there. That's what we need. Need to see some 37s coming in here. I got to watch this trade, but I do want to find that article for you. It's on Zero Hedge. Let's see if I can do this without disturbing my attention too much. Get some 37s here. Well, you can search zero hedge if you're interested. I can't find it. I don't want to get my attention too diverted, but it was an amazing article showing like there was like 30 or 40, if I recall, 30 spots throughout America that they're targeting right away for the rebuilding and restructuring, and it's beautiful with pictures. And like I said, it mentioned that desalination plant in my area near the ocean here. Absolutely fantastic stuff and details, and we're going to do this. I mean, it's all across the country. Bus stations, airports in New Jersey. I mean, they've been working on this a long time. These people are absolutely amazing workaholic, just putting this all together. It's a huge plan. It's not like an idea and now let's put a plan. I mean, this thing is completely routed out and planned. Breaking under 37, we got this real key number at 36. If we can crack 36, that could pressure the market down. What I'm watching is 34. So cracking 36, we watch them to get them pressured down to 34, and that's where we got to start getting a little bit considering that they may not make it to 32. I think ultimately they will, even on this move, but I just got to be a little conservative that, all-time high and all this stuff. I don't want to see him snap back 36, especially if they go down to the big target is right around 34. If they go down there and then they get all stalled and they start snapping and whipsawing back up, we don't want to get caught up in that if we got the gain. So I'm watching right now 37 breaking down, and then they're all even numbers. 37 breaking down, then 36. Real key number at 36, and then 36 ideally cracking lower down to 34. In fact, let's move our target to 33.50 on a hard target right now. And if we can get that, I'll be happy as a clam, but I'm still very nervous of all of a sudden they catch support and everybody starts perceiving it as a buying opportunity. I don't think so. I think the way the divergence is here is that they can knock them down to 33.50. Let's get rid of 37 and see if we can take out 36. Key number at 36. If they can knock that out and really put some pressure on 36, we stand a very good chance of a hard dive down to 34. Now maybe there's another crude oil trade coming in, so I'm going to have to simultaneously watch for that. So far, pretty steep, but moving up over our filters here. Let's see if we can get this dynamic trend band up. One kicked up a little. You can see them coming in here, crossing over number 2 on the Cobra. But this is big whipsaw move here on a flat to sloping down. Dynamic trend band number 1, it's fat channel setup. You can see them setting up a fat channel here. So hard to say. I don't know about taking this any pullback. We're not going to take a pullback here to 28. Going to just have to wait a little bit more for the dynamic trend. Let's see if this thing flattens out or if they just keep blasting higher there. Watching for 7, watching to lose 7 here. Well, 6 is a real key number. Watch and see if we can lose 6, 36. See if we can lose 36. And if for any reason we do, and they blast them down to 34, if there's some kind of little mini panic selling pile on, then we'll take 34. We're targeting 33.50, so that's certainly close enough. But if 27 runs 37, that would be pretty amazing. But it might take off up there. But it's just not really a very safe trade because we don't have all the components necessary. Okay, here's 37 breaking down. Let's see if we can get 37 to break down and give us that 36. And if they start taking off under 36, there's a really good chance um, they could crack down to our target. Kind of depends if they get all stalled out here or if there's a continued sort of take profits mood. Hard to say. This all looks like a big fat channel here without a crossover matching DTBs, and if they do get up here and cross and then they pull back, we can. It's just a riskier trade no matter how you slice because this was all formed by big, giant, fast whipsaw candles coming up here. So probably not going to get into a long crude oil trade. I'm just guessing from what I see here. Okay, 650 coming in. Let's break that 6 down and see if we can get 6 to crack. They're slow grinding them lower here so far. Let's see if we can get 6 to crack lower. And if so, maybe there'll be a little bit of a selling pile on. So far, they haven't snapped back, but I'm just wondering where's that point where they decide to snap back higher. My hope is that 6 will break down, and before they do that, they'll run them down to the 3 to 4 area. You can see 6 is a big deal. They're definitely supporting it at this point. The top of the opening range is way down here, 51.29, so there's plenty of room as far as that goes to slide. In fact, ultimately, that's probably where they're gonna try to reach back at some point down to the opening range again, which wouldn't be surprised after such a big up move here. So we're just holding. I know there's 3 points there, and you're free to trade however you want in this deal, but we're watching for a full move to 33.50, not taking any partial. If you want to take a partial at 5, that's okay too, but I'd just rather hold for the whole thing to get them down to 34 because the odds are very good they can head down there. But yeah, 36 definitely was, you can see 650. If we can lose 650 and knock out 6, and it becomes sort of a reversal momentum play where traders are going, yeah, uh, time to take some profits here. Maybe that's a big run up. Nothing wrong with a little pullback. And that if that mood comes in, then we should be able to get that lower move going. You can see down here the hyper scalp is changing and there's 6. So stay ready to jump out anytime. Watch and see if 6 breaks down and we get a fast move down to 34. I'm going to cover them up. If we get a hard fast move down to 34, which could happen, but we'll have to see. Watch out for that. If it's got to be a hard steep dive down to 34. You can move a limit there if it's easier for you. But just watch for a hard dive under 35 down and take them down to 34 area, and we're going to cover them up. Okay, here we go. Trying to see if we can break 5. Real key number right there at 4.25. So I'm really kind of targeting a move to 4.25. But if they make a hard dive down right now under like 450, I'm going to just cover them up. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a hard, fast move just under. There we go. Cover them up at the mark. 375. Boom, right at our target there. 4. Covering them up right there at 34 on that move is exactly what we're looking for. So Great job, you guys, holding out for that deal there. That was 34. We were short at 40 and covered them up at 34 there for 6 points.